no further ado, here she is, the one and only Miss Juliet Henry.
Welcome back. We have Mr. Ashton Reynold on the line.
Still here in the building.
Oh man, that was on fire. I'm hearing another. Is that Ronnie?
Yeah, that's Ronnie. That's my brother right there. He's on every project that I've ever done.
Wow.
I make sure of that. He was there when he was one of the few that has remained when Blessed Coast wasn't Blessed Coast. It was called AA Entertainment. And during that time, that's where I made my mistakes business-wise. Like, you remember how you asked me, how did I know I found my one and all of that stuff when the ladies don't faze me? This is when I was getting the first taste of the fruits of what fame and notoriety produces. So I didn't make too many mistakes. I didn't make costly mistakes. I just was made aware of all that comes with it. And Ronnie was there throughout the whole thing. And he's seen the growth and transformation of Blessed Coast. So he witnessed it all. So I told him, I said, hey man, everything I release, you're on it. You're a part of it.
Yes. And you know what? That right there make a difference. You got to know the company that you keep. And he stood with you.
He did. He believed. And it's not just me. I got to give a shout out to Joshua Guest, my producer. He had told me he was in the Army, and when he was getting out, he was talking about how he was starting to produce beats. So I was like, Josh, come with me. Just come on with me. And so after that, I brought him a part of Blessed Coast. I got to give him a shout out to Lamar Mason, who's the husband of Shalicia Mason.
Yes.
Miss Juliet, check this out. That's my cousin.
I found that out.
Yeah, that's my cousin. So he's the DJ. He's the one who, when I'm not at Josh's house mixing this, making the music, I'm at their house making the music. He's doing my mixing and mastering of all of that. He actually was the one that mixed 1235 and Conley.
Wow.
Josh did work. So and I got to give a shout out to Darius Carmichael.
Oh yeah.
And I got to give a shout out to him. And Brett Gosa, my little brother Wilden Reynolds. That's the foundation of Blessed Coast. Right, that's the real foundation of Blessed Coast right there. I had changed it, and that's one thing that young entrepreneurs got to understand. It's like you are going to mess up. The people that you start with aren't going to be the people that are going to be with you in the long haul, because sometimes you got to make that tough choice of, okay, I know he's my friend, but no, if you have a set goal and a set vision that the people around you really aren't following or really aren't seeing as clear as you are, you got to let them go. They can still be your friend, but when it comes to the business, you can't do business with them. You have to put on your big boy pants and move, get the right people around you. And since you're the visionary of that vision, it's up to you to get that business to the next level. You can't sit and get comfortable, because all you're doing to the ones that's in your circles is delegating roles. Josh is my producer. Lamar's the DJ / sound man. Darius does fashion. I am the face of Blessed Coast. I started Blessed Coast, and I'm responsible for progressing Blessed Coast. So you gotta be the visionary and have people around you that not only sees the vision but supports the vision in order for everything to move in the right direction.
You know, I gotta ask you this. Just pinpoint once again, what is it in that particular person? Okay, because you just said make sure you have people around you. I'm paraphrasing. People around you that support your dream. Just tell our listeners what did you see in those that didn't support you that made you say, you know what, it's not happening. Just go into that just one more time.
Well, what I saw in them was the fact that they were like-minded. Like when I told them that it was Christian-based, I looked in their eyes and I seen that they were really down with it. And the first group of people that I had, when I told them that it was Christian-based, they were still trying to find a way to mix the word with the world. No, the ones who was around me are the ones who around me now are the ones who basically was like-minded and saying, okay, we need to change this world. We need to change the norms that people have placed on youth. We need to change the norms of the people of the stigmas and all these preordained judgments that they have on minorities. And I say minorities, I'm not just sticking straight to African Americans. I'm talking about Hispanics, Asians, Native Americans, everybody. Because I'm a firm believer that if you understand history in its entirety, understand your culture, and get to know everybody else's culture so you can see how everything blends and understand that, okay, we took this, we took that, because everybody takes from each other. But you gotta understand that we all are here for one reason. And when you get that, that's when it was because of that thinking I articulated that view, and I had to select ones. And these are ones who know me personally, and if I was slacking, they'll let me know off rip. And that's what I needed. I don't need nobody to feed my ego. When I'm rapping good, they know I'm rapping good. They know what I can do. They know my talents, they know my strengths, they know my weaknesses. But one thing that they do is hold me accountable. Yeah. And that's what I needed around me. Now, there are times where in the studio, I will rap something, and I'll be like, scratch this whole verse. And it'll sound just as good as the verse that you hear. And they'll be like, why did you scratch that? I was like, no, I can do better than that. And that makes them mad, because I'll be a perfectionist. But they work with me. So as a result of that, that's when I knew I had the right ones around me. They're the ones, because when I started Blessed Coast, I didn't have money. I just had free social media, hashtag Blessed Coast. When I got my first job at Crystal's, I took that $7.25, saved up $100, got an LLC. And after that, just kept paying to be renewed. And everything, God's been doing it all. So that's all that's been going on. Just been relying on God.
Amen. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, wow. You gotta break down the finances. You know, everybody save up for Jordans, but people complain about why this and that hasn't happened, why we need this organization. Well, you can be the initiator. But one thing in this world that people don't understand is they don't know about, they want to be the boss, but despise and demean the workers. You need your workers. Don't ever demean a person, because before you became a boss, you was a worker. Yes. I know you didn't like it, but some people take pleasure and joy in working for somebody who stands for what they believe in. So that's my other advice. Don't ever demean a worker, because you want people to work for you. So as long as, and people take pride in working for something that stands for good, that stands for changing for the better. They take pride in working for that and working towards that. So as an entrepreneur, you can't be prideful of the fact that you have the title as self-made, you know. So when you have people that are workers, that take pride in doing work, don't despise, don't demean them.
That's powerful what you're saying, because it's something that people need to hear.
Yes, because everybody wants to have the title of entrepreneur just because of the fact that they did it, their own idea has came to fruition, and it's making money, it's monetized. When you start your own business, if you don't have that set amount of money, like the $100,000 limit to start off with, you're not going to get to where you want to be as quick as others. If you don't have investors, or if you don't have that money by yourself, sometimes you got to start from the ground and build up. Set your foundation got to be set, and people got to do free stuff until you get that money. Yeah. So for real. So, and my friends, I'm just so thankful that I've had people placed in my life to give me these opportunities. So I can never not go anywhere without saying and giving a shout out to Miss Penny Rogers, to Mr. Vincent Cheeks, to Mr. Eddie Thomas, because they're the ones who gave me the opportunity to develop my own show at WCEG Talk Radio.
And I want, and that's where I was going. I want you to talk about how that came about.
I had got the WCEG I got that radio show as a result of actually being a guest on somebody else's radio show. And so they were so impressed by how I talk and how I articulate everything, to the point where the lady, Miss Penny Rogers, was like, you know what, how would you like to be a part of the station? And so the way that I'm talking to you is how I was talking on Vincent Chief's radio show. And so as a result of that, I was on WCEG. I was a part of the first show called Millennial Talk 2.0. And then after that, yes, it was me, Kyle, Renita, and Ashanti. That was the 4 originals. And then she brought me in to mentor them because they were new to radio. And they seen how I'm light on my feet, how I'm able to make things come together when it seems like, okay, we don't have nothing else to talk about. They seen how I'm able to work the mic and work the radio. And then after that, we was in the elevator, and she was like, would you like Blessed Coast to have its own platform? So I said yes, and that's where Millennial Talk 2.0 Blessed Coast Edition came about. And I surprised Josh, Ronnie, and Will, Josh, Darius, and Will, I'm sorry, with the opportunity to be a part of their own radio show. So I just told them to come to the station with me, and I surprised them with, yo, y'all got your own show.
Wow.
So and Ronnie comes on there too. I told him, so you get back in town, you're on there too. I've had Remedy. I've had the artist Cap G and his people come through there, and it's grown to be top 5 in the nation. So I'm just amazed at what God is doing so far, and just realizing how much I've changed and how much I've grown as a person, ever from starting out to now. And I'm just completely humbled by the opportunity.
That's powerful. And you know what? I gotta put this in there, y'all. I'm so grateful and you know, all praise to God that we had a platform here for Mr. Ashton Reynolds in the beginning. Right here on Visionary Talk Radio, and you know, just pan out, and I'm seeing the Lord working in your life, man. And so proud of you.
I'm forever grateful, and that's why I always so adamant about getting back on the show, because I was like, I got to come back. Yes. I have to come back and do another interview. That's what I was really waiting on, and now this day has come, so I'm thankful for it, and even more honored for that.
Wow. Well, listen, I know we have about 10 minutes. I cannot let you go off the air without me jamming or more of your music. I want you to introduce Serve Him.
Serve Him or Swerve Him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right there.
I'm picking up some background right there.
These are trick-or-treaters. That's how that is. I just pulled into my neighborhood and stuff. That's the trick-or-treaters. They all out and about. But Serve 'em or Swerve 'em, that song right there is a unique song that teaches about free will, the power of choosing, yes or no. The choice is yours. God gave us that opportunity to make that decision. And at the end of the day, thy will must be done. On earth as it is in heaven. So that's what it's teaching. And that's what I make my music do. Like, although it's entertainment, like I said in 1235 in comedy, he said, this is entertainment, this is edutainment. Meaning I'm educating you as well as you're enjoying my skill, but at the same time, after the skill, you hear the message. The message still has its clarity. It's not overshadowed by my skill or anything like that. So that's what that's about. Serve 'em or swerve 'em. You either gonna receive God or reject God. The choice is yours.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Serve Him or Swerve Him, right here on Visionary Talk Radio. Make sure and stay locked on, y'all.
Word of God, serve Him or swerve Him. Jesus Christ, serve Him or swerve Him. King of Kings, serve Him or swerve Him. El Shaddai, serve Him or swerve Him.
Here to Global View with your host, Juliet Henry, and our special guest, Mr. Ashton Reynolds.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Look, I want to thank you for coming on today and just blessing us with your presence.
Thank you for having me, and for allowing me to come back on. And I look forward to coming back.
Yes. Yes. Now, before you go off, I want you to tell people where they could go and cop your album and where they could find you on social media. And of course, we're going to put it on our page also.
Okay, so for the Viewprint, it will be released on this website called gatpiff.com. It'll also be released on YouTube. It will be released on Spinrilla, SoundCloud, and when you see me, it'll be sold in person. So you can go ahead and have your copies and things of that nature. Basically, what I'm doing with the Viewprint is going to be like my last, you can say, free project, so you can get to know Ashton now. And I know people be asking, Ashton, you did 2 discs, you're gonna run out of material. No, this stuff has been recorded. This stuff is what I've had specifically for this project. I just had to wait for the right moment to put it out, because I was doing a whole lot of work out, like a lot of writing, things of that nature. So the Viewprint is just my gift. I'm presenting myself how I am now to you. I've combined 2 projects. It made it 2 discs. So you can be uplifted, so you can know my story, so you can be successful. And for most of all, you know why the blessed side is the best side. Ooh. And if you want to book me, if you would like to book me, I speak, I host, I'll perform, I do all of that, right? You can inbox me on Facebook. It's my real name, Ashton Reynolds. Or you can email me at Blessed Coast, and I'm going to spell it. It's BLESSKOAST@gmail.com.
Hello world, if you are not busy between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., I want you to tune in to Visionary Talk Radio with Juliet.